the Metropolitan Camel Emu AC, formerly operated by the Kowloon Canton Railway, now a holder of the train, without actual operations, is now going to be scrapped. In the past, they were delivered in 3 car sets at the shipping port at Hung Ham. These trains were delivered between 1981 and 1995. Refurbishment started in 1996 to extend its lifespan. To start, they first increase the capacity. And to do this, they decommission the unnecessary driving cabs and send these driving cabs to recycling for other uses. Then they replace these unnecessary driving cabs positions with new gangway connectors. And next, they remove all the seats including the first-class seats. Then, they use several devices to cut off some walls with windows. These cut-off materials were later replaced by 2 sets of doors on each side. This was for faster boarding and alighting from the train. Due to large crowds, several people may not be able to get to their destinations and will have to change trains in other stations to get to their destinations. Thus, they added some seats that only supported a straight position. Other seats were not retained, as they were replaced by horizontal seats at the car ends. 2 doorways were added on each side on standard class of each vehicle. This had allowed for faster boarding and alighting. Next, all doors were replaced on the train with a new door. The first-class compartment had toilets removed, unnecessary standing space room removed, and the entire car to operate with only 1 doorway on each sides to open or close. All the sinks, toilets, unnecessary standing space room were all replaced by newer first-class seats. They then revamped the floor and added a new blue and red paint onto the floor and the walls, the doors, and everything else. The doors on the outside were also blue, but however, due to negative comments about it, they repainted it red. Next, they added a yellow painting on the right door in the exterior. Due to heavy utilizations, all the unrefurbished seats, lights, and handrails were removed. These lights were then replaced by newer shaped lights, to allow better passenger comfort. The seats were all replaced. Several seats were straight, to create more standing space. Red handrails were also introduced to make sure that handrails don't bang into passengers' heads. Then, they cover up the clock with a Chinese text. Later, these were removed. Wheelchair space was also introduced, but they were moved to the front place at the front and back cars. New blue first-class seats were also introduced. The blue design in the interior doors were retained. Newer multicolor LED lights were installed along with removing doorways in the connector gangways, except for the first-class doors, though these first-class gangway doors were modernized. The front and back driving cabs had been refurbished. The exterior head was aging, so it had to be replaced with a new head. Wires were diverted to allow lights in these new heads. The red paint in the half-bottom part of the trains were also removed. Furthermore, more informational systems were installed to allow passengers to alight at where they are going to. KCRC and GEC Alstom had been involved in the refurbishment process. Such removed windows with walls were later installed on the Disneyland Resort trains in the MTR, albeit with newer designs. Detrainment devices for emergency use were also installed in the refurbished trains. Vehicles that were 3-car and had turned headless were later connected to newer refurbished cars. Colors inside and outside were also repainted and changed. See you then. This train is going to be fully retired by July or June 27 this year 2022.